Thoughts overall? TCU, they lead the Big 12 in sacks and interceptions.
Yeah, defensively, Coach Patterson's been the same for however long he's been there. I think he's probably, if not the best, one of the best defensive minds out there. They smother you. They do. It's the same we saw last year, and week in and week out, I guess you could say they're pretty similar to us where they're at because they've been in every game. They've been able to win the games at the end. They've just been losing, just like we have. So, similar teams. Obviously we got to play better offensively. Scoring. What we score 12 or was it 12 or 13?
12.
Yeah, even worse. Scoring 12 points isn't going to beat many people. So we got to play better.
Their scheme 4-2-5 defense.
Yeah, scheme. Exactly. Same thing we said last week. You know where Kansas State's going to line up. You know where these guys are going to line up. He don't try to trick you. He's not going to come into the game with a different game plan. He's ran the same stuff, for a long time. And so it's again, same thing I said last week. Comes down to execution, and we didn't execute last week. Obviously, everybody saw that. So hopefully we can do a better job this week. We got to get them prepared better. We got to do a better job during the week at getting them prepared and what they're going to see.
Is that all it comes down to, where you've had a lack in the second half, fourth quarter specifically, just execution late, or is there anything more there to that?
I don't think we executed the whole game, really. It was kind of covered up because defensively we were playing good. And we got down there a few times and didn't score. Finishing, obviously, is something big we're harping on. Finishing the drive, finishing the game, finishing everything, So, there's a million factors, and why we don't, I think that to say we executed good for 3 quarters Saturday would be a lie. I don't think we did. We scored 13 points, 12 points, my bad. And we got to do better. We got to do better.
Dana said there were times last week where it seemed like Clint didn't trust the offensive line, that maybe he was rushed, a little panicked back there. When you're going against the conference leader in sacks, how much more important is that relationship going to be this week?
It's important every week, and I agree with him. We talk a lot about trust, trusting your coaches, trusting players, but in that sense, I do agree with him. There were times when our eyes wasn't in the right place. We have to trust. Our O-line's playing good. They're getting better every week, and so protection's been good. We had 2 or 3 breakdowns Saturday, but for the most part, protection's been good. And so just trust it, trust your eyes, trust the scheme, and get the ball in the right place. And that really it boils down to that, And I think that, I guess more reps in it would help out. I think that, obviously I can do a better job with him of making him, just sit there and go through his progression. But we're going to get better. We're going to get better at that this week.
It seems like TCU's secondary is responsible for as many sacks as their defensive line and line. Can you talk about that a little bit and just what they bring back there?
And they just smother everything. They're good at matching routes. They do a good job of studying you and studying, your route combinations out of certain sets and depth of routes, and they just jump them. And so there's not a lot of people just are wide open. And so you see the plays that are being made on them, they're being made with somebody covering them. And so, again, we just got to give guys opportunities. And I think we got guys that can make plays. We just got to give them more opportunities. Not getting enough touches at receivers. We're not spreading the ball around enough. And so we have to do a better job of getting more people involved.